Hi everyone, welcome back to today's video. For today, I decided to take a break from the holiday, Thanksgiving, fall time cards, and I wanted to just do a simple birthday card. I feel like I needed some of these in my stash, so I wanted to go ahead and make one today and show you guys how I did it. So it's actually super easy. This one is going to be using the Pun Intended stamp set. I've had this stamp set since, I think I actually got this with my pre-order for the annual catalog, and this is the first time I've ever used it. So I feel very ashamed, and but I'm finally getting a chance to use it, and I think this card is just so stinking cute. It's super simple, but I think that's why I like it so much, because it's so simple, but it's really pretty. And I think any girl that's into photography or arts or anything like that would absolutely love it. And you could change the background. As I always say with a lot of my cards that I do, you can change the color palette, use the same concept, and give it to somebody else that doesn't necessarily like the color pink. So, I'm trying to find a place to put that card. Okay, to start off, we're going to go through the supplies that we'll need. So like I said, we're going to be using the Pun Intended stamp set. I love this one. We're going to be using 3 of the stamps from here, and this is a hostess set. So to get this, you have to either host a party of $150 or more, or place an order of $150 or more. If you're interested in doing that, please send me an email. I'd love to get you set up so you can get this awesome stamp set. So stinking cute. For our inks today, we're going to be using Flirty Flamingo and Basic Gray. I think this color combination is amazing. We're also going to be using the Fancy Frost sequins from the holiday catalog. You don't have to do this. I think it just adds a nice little touch to the card though. And then for our paper, really basic, I have a piece of Flirty Flamingo, which is cut at 8.5 by 5.5. I also have a piece of Basic Gray cardstock, which is cut at 5 inches by 3 3/4, as well as this little tiny piece of Whisper White, which is cut at 5 inches by 3/4 of an inch. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is stamp our little gray piece. So I have a piece of scratch paper down below. As you can see, I already used it. I'm going to take my Basic Gray ink and the little camera image, and I'm just going to stamp all over my Basic Gray cardstock with this stamped image. Now you can see that I didn't get a perfect stamp that time. I actually like that look for this card. I think this is a very vintage inspired card. I really like the look, and maybe the stamp actually is no, I think it's supposed to be solid. Now if you don't like that look and you do want a solid image, you can stamp on a mouse pad or the Stampin' Pierce mat, anything like that, and you'll get a nice crisp clean image. But I think this one, it just looks so cool because the camera is vintage inspired. I think it just kind of goes together. I personally really like it. So I'm going to leave it as is, and I'm not going to worry about it. But like I said, if it does bother you, you can definitely use the Pierce mat or a mouse. I mean, I just use a mouse pad because that's what I always happen to have handy. But you can use whatever you wanted to use. And I'm just going to do one more little corner right there. And I think I'm good. Okay, so I'm going to set this piece off to the side. While I have my Basic Gray out, I'm going to go ahead and stamp on my little white piece. And we're going to be using the greeting that says Snappy Birthday. So I'm just going to ink this up in my Basic Gray ink. And I'm going to stamp it on the left-hand side of my little piece of Whisper White. And that's it. I'm going to set that off to the side as well. Now we are going to bring in our piece of Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half. And this is our card base. I'm going to fold this in half, and what I'm going to do is open it, and I'm going to take my scratch piece of paper. And you might see that I have a piece of washi tape down here. You don't actually need a piece of paper. You can just use the washi tape and it works fine, because the stamp, the heart stamp that we're going to use here in a second, isn't very big. But I'm going to take the little tiny heart stamp that's in this set. I'm going to take my Flirty Flamingo ink, and I'm going to just stamp these hearts all along the edge of my little piece. Now you can do them as close together as you want. You can do them far apart. It's completely up to you. On my sample card, I did like 2 hearts in, so I did it like 2 hearts deep. But when I assembled it, I found that you really only need 1 heart. You don't have to spend too much time doing it, and it really is just kind of like a background accent piece. So I wouldn't get too caught up. I'm gonna switch this over here. I wouldn't get too caught up in making sure that it's 100% perfect and it looks beautiful. I mean, obviously you want it to look beautiful, but most of it's going to get covered up anyways, so I wouldn't be too concerned about placing every heart in the exact right position because you're really not going to see most of them anyways. And if you do need to add some, it's pretty simple to just kind of put your piece down, see what you need to add, and then add it. So I am just going to continue to stamp all of these little hearts, and as soon as I'm done, I will come right back. Okay, so I'm done with that. Now I'm going to close up my ink, and I'm going to very carefully remove the washi tape. And the only reason we put that there is so that you can protect the backside of the card. If you don't mind stamping on the backside of the card, then you don't have to put it down. It's no big deal. So I'm going to set that off to the side. I'm going to go ahead and grab our 2 pieces here, flip over my piece of Whisper White, and put some adhesive on there. And then I'm just going to put this piece about maybe 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch up from the bottom and try to put it on as straight as you can. Don't copy me because apparently I can't put it on very straight. I think I got it though. Then I'm going to take my card base, flip this guy over. Of course, get all of my good dimensionals out. You guys know I'm dimensional crazy. Put all of these bad boys on here just like so. One more right there in the middle. Whoops. And we're almost done. This is like I said before, this is a super easy card, but it's so cute and it's so pretty. I really, really like this one. I say that about every card though. I do really like them. I do really like them all, but I guess I probably wouldn't share a card that I absolutely hated. I might share like the progress of it, but I wouldn't share a card if I absolutely hated it. Oh, I almost forgot. So we have one more step to do. I'm going to grab my glue dots and my sequins. And the sequins, whoa, in here there's a few different colors. I'm going to be using the pink ones. As you can see, I'm just spilling them all over the place, but I'll pick that up later. I just took a little pinch and put it in the lid so I can get an idea of, or so I can grab the pink ones. And I'm just going to put the sequin down, pick it up with a little glue dot. And I'm going to put 3 of these little pink sequins onto my card right over here on the right hand side of our little greeting area. I think it just adds a nice little touch. It's a little bit of glimmer and it draws your eye in 2 different directions of the card. So it gives it a little extra something something. And you don't have to use pink. You could use whatever. If you have some enamel shapes that you wanted to use, you could use those. You could do whatever you wanted to. I just think it gives it a nice, cute little touch. But that's our card for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoy. I really like this one. I finally got to use the stamp set that I've had forever. And I got to make a cute birthday card. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And I will see you next time. Bye!